back on the scene. New shoe, new team, Air Jordan 17. Any heights you can achieve, just believe you can rock it with or without the sleeve.
Sway in the morning, Shade 45, Heather B.
Yo.
Tracy G.
Yo.
We got a national treasure on the show with us today, ladies and gentlemen. We got a national treasure on the show with us today. Not just the vanguard, not just the pioneer. He's a culture keeper. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the voice of the DMV and the ATL areas. Broadcast journalism staple. He did it before you was born and still doing it better than you doing it now that you're here. My good friend, ladies and gentlemen, my parallel. We've been doing this for a long time, and every time I see him, I'm happy, and I love the fact that he keep that mic in his hand. He ain't going to let go of that MC, and the one and only Big Tigger is joining us today. Yay! 106 in Park, Rap City, you name it, he's done it. Come on. He's rapped with some of the biggest names, from Method Man to Redman to Too Short to Pete Rock. Come on. Don't stop me, Tigger. Don't stop me. PGC, WPGC owe you stock, Tigger. They owe you money.
That's facts.
BET better keep, no, BET gotta keep hiring you. They owe you money. The Atlanta Hawks know what it is. They paying you money. Give it up for the one and only Big Tigger. Big Tigger. Big Tigger. They all owe him money.
I'm good for the rest of 21 now.
Take your flowers in audio form, my brother.
Come on, man.
He gave me the whole garden just now.
Yep.
No, check this out, man. I was thinking about it. First of all, Big Tigger is here. Citizens, call up 888-742-3345. You talk about a career that ranges over 2 decades, and he's been sustaining on the top ever since. I seen the cars. I seen the houses. He's doing really well. But let me say this for the record. Big Tigger is the host on season 4 of the Celebrity Racing Series. It's called Lexus 0 to 60. And where can people find that, Tigger?
It's available on the Lexus YouTube page. It's been viral. This is the 4th season. I've hosted the last 3. It's a lot of fun. It's to break it down and make it simple. It's a celebrity car driving skills champion. It's like a 6 celebrities battling for who can drive these amazing Lexus cars, and they have these different skills challenges. And if you win money for your charity and a free Lexus for a year. So it's kind of like a win-win.
Oh, okay.
Fire.
I ain't mad at that. You get a lease. All right. And that's on the
Listen,
Lexus.
at least it could be smart. Nothing wrong with that.
The Lexus YouTube channel. Y'all check that out. Also, man, this is the host of The Morning Culture with Big Tigger, man. I tune in to you guys. I love watching you on your Instagram. And congratulations on The Morning Culture, man. How long you been doing that on V103 now?
I started by myself, little old me, in August last year. I incorporated my 2 new co-hosts, Tyler Chronicles and Miss Basketball, in December, in which case we had to kind of get back in the room together. You know, as you well know, building chemistry from zero, you kind of need to be in the same space. After y'all got it, y'all can separate and then form up like Voltron and do it in different areas. So they kind of created a space for us inside the station that was not only socially distanced, but also had good ventilation so we could stay cootie free. But it's been a lot of fun, you know, not only waking up the city of Atlanta, but bringing them the sights and sounds, and you know, it's all entertainment. So we try to keep them educated, we try to keep them stimulated, and help them, you know, start their day off properly.
Hey man, let me ask you this, and you guys do a great job. Atlanta is lucky to have you guys in there, and you guys are lucky to be in Atlanta. But where did you first start in radio? Like, who taught you radio?
I first started as a lowly intern in Washington, D.C. at 95, WPGC 95.5. Mm-hmm. One of the primary people was Alba D.
Yes.
People from D.C. will, like, Alba D was it at nighttime radio. But I came up, my tutelage was Alba first and foremost, Jay Stevens as a program director. I had Dr. Dave, who's the voice of like almost all of American radio, as an APD, and I had Donnie Simpson in mornings. So I had like a great, a varied experience with all different kinds of people. Like, oh, you could do this or you could do that. So I got a lot of different gems and nuggets from Donnie, Jason, Dr. Dave, and Alba D. And then I just tried to, keep, taking these nuggets and ingesting them and spitting back out what I thought, who me authentically was. So I've had some great mentors along the way.
Donnie Simpson, salute to Donnie Simpson, man. Donnie Simpson is someone that I may have met in passing, Tigger, but I never really had a real sit-down conversation with him. We were inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame this year in the same class. And
congrats, sir. Congrats.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, brother. And it's because of Donnie Simpson. You know what I mean? Like, I don't talk about it, man, because speak on it.
Donnie taught me one of my best lessons in business, and I think it was that your first radio contract ain't really done. And I was like, Donnie, I'm about to, re-up, Donnie, literally, I've used this throughout my career the entire time. Donnie said, know your worth. And then he broke it down further. It's not just saying, here's what I think I'm worth. It's also about knowing your leverage in any particular situation, being able to apply it and then manage it, like saying, okay, this is what I think I'm worth, right? But I know it's worth this to you. And at the same time, there's clearly somebody who might be almost as good as me that'll do it for cheaper, but you ain't going to get the same as you get from me, so you get what you pay for. And it's helped me to negotiate and navigate my entire career, being able to say no when it ain't right, being able to say, oh, I might take less because the look is better, being able to, navigate different yeses and nos. There's so many no's and things that could have happened, but they just wasn't right financially or they wasn't right for the brand, and that had to all come back to what Donnie taught me, the truth of knowing your worth.
Tig. Can you speak on
what up,
bro? Some examples of leverage. Is it like the first thing that comes to my mind can be your network? You know what I mean? Certain people will not do interviews here unless I'm the one conducting it. That could be a form of leverage. Another one might be your social media presence. What are different examples of leverage in your instance?
Today, I guess the most prevalent and easy example is your social media impact. There are lots of people, for better or for worse, who get lots of opportunities because of their social media presence. Outside of that, that's the most easy example. Outside of that, leverage would be let's just take Big Brother Hove, who just sold 50% of Ace of Spades. Whenever he invested his money into owning that brand, it was, he was just building. I have ownership. Now his leverage, he can give up 50% of it and make it a bigger deal. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's a thing. It was already a thing, but now it's under that umbrella, Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy, which I think is an unfair company altogether. Like, how you gonna have Louis Vuitton, Moet, and Hennessy all together?
Right.
Cheat code.
That's too much leverage,
leverage.
That's the
And now
cheat
you're
code.
gonna add Ace of Spades. Listen, that is the greatest Christmas gift box never created yet.
Hello.
The Louis Vuitton Ace of Spades. Like, somebody please make it and send it to your boy. I mean, leverage is literally knowing, and another example of leverage, let's just say in entertainment, is let's take like The Weeknd, like in the Super Bowl performance, everybody kept saying how he spent all this extra money on the performance, but his streams went up 600, 700% afterwards. He didn't get paid for the Super Bowl, but he got paid for the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And being able to say, hey, I was one of the elite few to have a Super Bowl performance at halftime, and I ain't even bring nobody out. Like, whether you liked it or not is a different conversation, but being able to say that you had enough material to do a whole Super Bowl performance without bringing nobody out kind of says something as well. So leverage can be used in lots of different ways, and knowing how and when to apply it, what your worth is, and what it means to whatever situation is the definition of using your leverage.
Okay, Big Tigger is here, man. Obviously, we're not going to cover everything we need to cover in 10 more minutes. But you and I definitely feel like we should just get together and swap old war stories. But I want to, you know, we got them, boy. I'll open up with you.
That's a documentary all in itself.
All in itself, man. But I want to put the spotlight on certain people who were pivotal in your career and in your success. Keith Paschal.
Wow, Keith Paschal. So I was basically just I first gotten how I got my foot in the door at BET is I was just doing voiceovers. They needed a younger-ended voice for like Teen Summit. So I would literally go down there once a week and read liners like Teen Summit's being brought to you by Snickers, Hungry Why Wait. But they just needed a younger voice to be, the other voice. And while I was down there, I just kept harassing everybody like, don't y'all need me on camera? Don't you need to put a Tigger on? And Keith was the first person that was like, look, we got an opportunity. We got a segment we were trying to start. It's called Hip Hop News. It's going to be like 60 seconds to 2 minutes and 1 day a week. Are you interested? My answer, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he was the first person that gave me an opportunity down at BET to grow. And then as I became the third host of Rap City and did lots of different things with Keith Paschal, he was instrumental in helping me grow as an on-camera personality. I learned a lot. I've never taken a class in radio, television, and film. Everything that I learned in radio, I learned on the job. Everything I learned in television, I learned on the job. So shout out to Keith Paschal for not only giving me an opportunity to become, Rap City alumni, but he saw the potential and gave me that shot.
He gave you that first shot to be on camera. That's why I wanted to bring him up, because I remember Keith also brought Rap City to L.A. and they did the Wake Up Show with me and King Tech, and we had at that time he was known as Crooked Eye and Chino Excel, both spit like crazy bars, and you guys put it on
right.
on TV. Now you was the third host. You had Big Les, you had Joe Claire. Do you still communicate with them?
I do. Joe's in D.C. currently doing mornings at WPGC. Les is down on the West Coast. I regularly touch down with them. Of all the Rap City alumni, because not only did I grow up with Joe and Les, watching them before I became a host, they also gave me nuggets in hosting. I learned stuff from Joe and Les on how to be a personality, interviewing different people, managing energy, et cetera, et cetera. So of all the hosts, those two were definitely very helpful. And, me, I'm just happy to be here. So I was just happy to be on television. And I learned a lot from them, watching them, being around them. And we've not only maintained the friendship, like we stay in, I can't say we stay in everyday touch, but we definitely keep tabs on each other.
Tigger, let me ask you this, because you're being really humble with it, and I get it. But Rap City, the basement, people in the booth, mm-hmm. These are really like benchmarks in hip hop history. Yes. that you helped steer, that you helped drive. Like, you cemented your place in this culture, just from the amount of people that were discovered because of Rap City, the basement, and the people that went in the booth, the whole nine, and elevated the culture on a mainstream way, bro. Yes. How do you see yourself in all of this? What do you think? How do you see your legacy so far, and with everything you did and still doing in the culture, in the business?
I am extremely proud. It's one of the things I am most proud of in my life, that I left that show in 2006, and 15 years later, people are asking me daily, can we bring it back? That, to me, running into different artists of different age groups, like new artists to actors to, there's all different walks of life. People will be like, yo, son, 4 o'clock, I used to rush home to watch the show. Like, it is really, I can't express to people how much that really means to me, from a pride standpoint to when people say, yo, you're a legend, B, you're part of the fabric of hip hop. And if I didn't do anything else afterwards or, you know, from here on out, I'm kind of cool with that, you know, because I did it not expecting it to do what it did. But I think the authenticity of it, you know, being a young kid from the Bronx that grew up beatboxing, DJing, breakdancing, and rhyming on the corner in Co-op City, you know, having, you know, literally growing up hip hop gave me an opportunity to present it to the country in an authentic way, and it was well received. And I'm just proud of the fact that, again, here we are 15 years after I left the show. People are like, yo, I'm saying, can we get that back?
Yeah.
I'm equally proud. Like last year, out of nowhere, Russ calls and was like, yo, I got this song. I need to recreate the basement for it. It's me and Ab Soul. I was like, all right. After I heard the song, I was like, it's an authentic song. It makes sense. You know, me to fly out there and we shoot the video. And he's like, yo, can you give us a verse for the video? I just need that authentic feel because we're not getting the big. So I literally freestyled the verse from the beginning. So, I mean, again, the appreciation and respect that Rap City and Rap City the Basement has garnered over the years and made me immensely proud. So if there's ever a time where I'm like, y'all can't see this Rap City that's the one moment where I
that's the one moment. Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about that even deeper down the line because it's Go ahead, Bizzle.
Oh, Tigger, what's up? Hey, it's Heather. How you doing?
What up, Heb?
Nothing. What's up? I got a quick question for you. So I'm listening to you talking the way like Sway is just running down your history and your legacy in the game, and we all know we've had these conversations a lot amongst our peers. It's one thing to jump into television, and even if you don't love it, sometimes the financial side of it could be so great that you'll just get up and do it anyway because you know you catching a check. But with radio, that's the only way you can put it. But with radio, it's different. It's a different kind of grind. Like people don't understand it. In particular with morning radio, it's different. You have to keep finding inspiration. You have to keep getting up and getting the grind and getting people set for the day. What keeps you going in terms of morning radio? Like why have you stayed in radio for so long?
I would say as an intern in '93, this makes my 27th year in radio.
Yeah.
It's been people that again, y'all know me the whole way. Y'all know me the whole way, and I've been extremely blessed that people have messed with me at my core. I haven't had to really. I've evolved. I can't say that I've reinvented myself. I kind of been me the whole way, which is a blessing that people still, can identify with that across the generations, across the time period. And we still popping in 21. The answer is getting morning radio, and particularly as I know y'all can attest to, you get up at an ungodly hour. You have to get yourself situated, and you're delivering. The beauty of morning radio is you literally can set the tone or adjust the tone for somebody's entire day that morning. Something you talk about, you can either give inspiration, or somebody could be having a horrible morning, and you get them to laugh at something or reminisce about something that puts them in a better mind frame, in a better space, as well as playing their favorite song or they hearing their favorite artist. And you literally have the opportunity to set the tone for somebody's whole morning, like their whole day. And that's kind of the gratification point about radio, is the instant gratification. You get to talk to people on the phone. You get to, interact with them. Television is not as interactive in most cases. Like nowadays, you could probably be more interactive via social media through television. But with radio, you literally can say something. People can call you right now. You can talk about it. You can go back and forth. You have dialogue. And again, that immediate that part of it is an amazing part. But for me, the fact that literally I've had people be like, "Yo, I was having a real whack morning, and you said blah blah blah, you played blah blah blah, or you talked about something that gave me a different perspective and changed the direction of my morning." That's immensely gratifying.
Dope. Big Tigger, ladies and gentlemen. Big Tigger Hey, Tigger, where would
What's
you rank?
happening?
Where would you rank yourself on your top 10 list of MCs?
Low. I mean,
I'm joking with you, bro. You ain't got
not in the top 10.
Hey, I'm
I
curious.
have moments. You played that Michael Jordan thing, which I literally recently rediscovered myself. I was really, after I listened to it again, I'm like, damn, this is old, but I kind of did what I was supposed to do on that. I'm confident in my abilities. I have fun. Yeah, but as far as the best ever, no, I ain't on my top 10.
Okay, man. I'm glad you took that question seriously too, man. That's the that's the MC in you. Hold on, we got James on the line from New York. Grand Risings, James.
What up,
James, what's good?
Grand Rising, Chase G, Heather B, Sway, and Big Tigger.
What up?
I can't believe I'm
What
on the
up?
radio with you guys. Can't believe I'm chatting to you guys. It's great.
Aw.
I'm actually at work right now. I just want to say I love you guys, and just with my man Big Tigger. I wish they would bring you back. Wish they would bring back Rap City to the Basement, man. I'm sorry, that show is legendary from my time. I mean, I'm 29, but I have an old soul, and always seeing you in the booth with all these famous rappers. I wanted to know two questions. One, how did you feel every time you had to freestyle with them? Were you nervous, or were you like, I got this? And my second question was, how did you try to get started in the radio industry for someone who has a communications degree?
Okay, part one, there were times where I was, in a good way, nervous, because at some of these instances, I'm going in the booth with some icons.
Like name
you
them.
got to deliver.
Who made
like
you nervous?
Jay-Z, Eminem, Sauce Money. Me and Ludacris had three of the best booths back and forth. One I went with Snoop Dogg. Like, you have all of these people. I've been in there with Rakim and KRS-One. Like, I've been like, you start thinking about, I'm like, oh my God, like these are, you know what I'm saying? These are those people, LL Cool J, so like those type of people for me, I'm like, ooh, all right, hold up, let me get my life, let me make sure this is right. But I was always excited. And then there were times, just to keep it 100, there were some people who I might not have believed in, who might have had a bigger target on their back, and I was like, they're going to have to prove it to me and these 72 million viewers right now. There were instances where people, I might have went a little harder than usual just because I was like, okay, I know I can do, and you got a record deal, so let me see what it is. But again, everyone has their favorite booth, from Cameron to Lil Wayne to, there's so many different. One of my favorites is Rhapsody the Bashment with Buju Banton and Elephant Man with Bobby Condos on the track. Like, that was, to
Crazy.
me, that thing is
incredible.
still big in the island. So to answer part one, there were I was nervous, but it was good nervous energy. If you don't get nervous sometimes, then you're not really alive. It should make you nervous that you have to show up and compete and show out. Like, that, it should be a point of pride with you no matter what you do, that you have to be, like, am I going to do my best? So as far as being in radio, there's no direct path. There's lots of different opportunities out here. There's internet radio. If you're lucky enough to get a Sway check, you could be on Sirius XM. And then there's what we call terrestrial radio, which is the radio stations we all grew up with. A little harder to get in terrestrial radio without any experience, but I always tell people the internet has provided lots of opportunities for lots of different people to practice for free whatever you intend to do. So if you can get on an internet radio station, or if you just practice doing it, streaming live on your Instagram, those are instances where you can practice, where when we grew up, you either had to get in or you couldn't get in. So I encourage people to use those. If you're a mass comm major, find somebody in mass comm who wants to do production work, who needs to work on their production work. Find somebody who needs to work on camera work. And y'all all squad up and come up with a product where you get to practice your radio personality work. Somebody gets to practice their production, and y'all all get better as a group. You may not stay together as a group, but y'all are in together. That networking will help you all grow.
That's a great answer, James. Thank you for your call, man. I hope you took notes, man. You're a citizen.
Guys.
Sway in the morning.
All right, Kurt.
Good,
Kurt.
good.
What up, Kurt?
Kurt, what's good, Kurt?
Kurt in the
Hey,
A.
man. Hey, man. Big Tigger, you've been doing your thing for a long time, man. I just wanted to congratulate you, man. You know, growing up on the Rap City, the basement. You know, I used to rush home from middle school just to watch you. Hey, man, I couldn't even afford cable. My mother was single. I mean, we had to go to a neighbor's crib and go watch it. You know, man?
No doubt.
That's how I really had that passion into the way you really changed the game as a host, the way local artists was kind of being brought out. You know, I still, to this day, my favorite basement was Jay-Z and Gucci Mane. You know, how they, when they perform. I still repeat that on YouTube every day, every single day, man.
Every day?
Man,
Appreciate that.
every day. Yeah, man. We met Big Tigger. We met the Battle of the Bands a couple of years ago. You know, when the world was open up, when everything was normal. Yeah, man. And just humble. You're a humble guy. That's all I wanted to say, man. Keep grinding.
That, bro.
Hey, Kurt, check out his latest on the Lexus YouTube channel, okay? Lexus 0 to 60.
Okay.
I do that for him. Tigger, man, and Kurt, you're a citizen.
Good morning.
We bump into each other in the craziest places, and it's always it's always special. Bro, where were we were we in Canada at a music festival or something? And
I think we was at Caravana, maybe.
Yeah, Tigger was just walking in the street by himself. I'm like, Tigger?
Was you doing the same thing, Sway? Who was you with?
I was doing the same.
Look, absolutely.
There you go.
I was like, you by yourself too? You know, and then the last time, Tracy, you was asking him about leverage. I'm going to give you an example of leverage. We bumped into each other at the airport. I don't know where we were coming. Might have been I don't know where we were coming from, but we ended up at this looked like a bagel shop or something, and I ended up treating. I wouldn't let Tigger pay for his food, right? Because he showed me a picture of his house, and I was like, I got to get over there. Let me pay for his food.
He was setting it up.
Yo, he had just got the house. I was like, oh, shit, let me at least pay for the food. So,
Listen, now you got to pay for it. You can buy it. Now you got to keep it.
You got to get That's what's up, man. Hey, listen, bro, I definitely would love to sit and talk with you, and let's definitely sit down one day and tell old war stories and document that.
Let me say two quick things right quick. Again, the Lexus 0 to 60 show, season 2 through 4, but more recently season 4 at the Lexus YouTube page. And shout out to, I think it was Kurt who brought up YouTube. I have no stake in YouTube, but I have to thank YouTube. YouTube has helped me stay viable this whole way with whomever keeps putting up these booths, because people keep going to see it. People keep asking for Rap City to come back. And the last thing I'll say is, people ever ask, will it come back? It will never come back exactly the way you had it, but there are lots of conversations for it to return in some form or fashion, whether it be on that network or another network. So keep your fingers crossed, stay in tune with your boy, and hopefully we can bring you something that feels good and represents the culture appropriately before the end of 21.
There it is, man. Big
Let's
Tigger,
go.
man. National treasure, brother. Love you, family. Keep shining, okay? My man,
Love
give it up
you
for
all.
Big.
Love you
Come
all.
on. Give it up for Big Tigger, man.
Tigger.
All right. We got Adam Richmond. Yeah, you see what? Okay.